Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Hallmark Plus More, where we watch and talk about shows, movies, mysteries, Hallmark ornaments, and anything else that floats our boat. So today we're going to be reviewing High Potential, Season 1, Episode 7. If you just came back and you watched it with me, it was definitely action-packed, a lot going on. So we just kind of want to talk about it and just do a little bit of review. It was definitely an interesting episode, right? Because they were taken hostage in the police station. And Ava, Morgan's daughter, was there for most of it. You know, she was in the bathroom, and then the people found her hiding in the office, and then she came in, which was, it's hard to watch that interaction between Morgan and Ava because you're in a hostage situation. You got a gun on you. They're saying there's a bomb sitting in the chair 50 feet away, and you're there with your daughter, right? So, I mean, you go into protection mode. You know, any parent, grandparent, we're always looking out for our kids, teenagers, no matter how old or young, your kids, grandkids, parents, you have that protection that just kind of goes into that mama bear mode. So, I mean, it was definitely action-packed. You see the person who dies at the very beginning, right? You see that he's found in the RV. What you find out later was the reason why they're, you know, having this hostage situation is their friend Logan was arrested and they know that he's innocent. Logan's alibi was his girlfriend Brooke, and then you find out one of the people that's using, you know, in the hostage situation is named Brooke, and that is, yes, one and the same. So then, you know, you find out a little bit more about the person that's arrested, Logan, for the crime. And, you know, you kind of are expecting Morgan to solve it. And I think it's interesting. She did find something with the blood spatter. But they're saying there's a bomb in the building. So, like the other detectives, you know, would normally overthrow them. But we don't really know if this is really a bomb. We have to assume that it is. And then, of course, when they do it, there's that gunshot. And you know, the janitor was shot in the leg, so they want to get him out of the building. And you can probably see if you watch the video, I got very choked up when they had to get him out of the building because they needed somebody to go with them. And I was just like screaming. You probably heard me say out loud, like, pick Ava, like, get the little girl out of the building, right? That is our first instinct. We want to protect them. So I was so grateful that Brooke was like, yes, Ava can take him out of the building. But just Ava, which is fine because, you know, Morgan wanted her safe. So there was that really touchy moment when they're like crying and she's hugging her mom and like, I don't want to leave you. And Morgan's like, I'm going to be okay. You know, so it was very, so emotional. I'm going to start crying again. You could probably see I was touching my face because there was just tears coming down my face watching that interaction between her and Ava. I'm so glad Ava was able to get out of the building. And then, of course, in typical Morgan fashion, she finds out that, you know, Logan was innocent, which is what they said he was. So I'm definitely glad, as always, I say this always, you want justice to be served. If he is a free man, you want him to be a free man. You don't want somebody to go to jail for something that they didn't do. So in the end, I always love to see that. You want justice to be served, whether they did it or not. You know what I mean? If he did it, then you want to make sure he goes to jail for it because, you know, you can't just go around killing people. In this instance, he didn't do it. So I'm so grateful that he was set free and that hopefully Brooke won't go to jail for a long time. I mean, obviously, I think there's going to be charges on Jeremy and Brooke, but hopefully they're able to, you know, go through the fertility drugs or, you know, and have that child since that's what they wanted for their future. You always want people to have a good life, right? You wish good on other people. But, you know, like I said, it always ended well. However, there was that scene at the end where they're all outside and Morgan has that little dialogue with Brooke. And it was like, whoa, okay, that mama bear came out. You know, look, I hope one day you have children, but you better be glad I'm not on that jury because you put my daughter in danger. You know what I mean? Yes, the bomb was fake, but her partner had a very real gun, and he said on several occasions he was going to use it, and on several occasions he put it in Morgan's face, he put it in, other people's faces, and then it went off and it wounded that one gentleman. So his gun was very real. So even though it was a happy ending, Morgan still had that mama bear come out like, you still put my daughter in harm, and I'm never going to, never let you forget that. You better be glad I'm not on your jury because I'd be putting you in jail, basically. So, it was kind of, if you do have a child one day, I hope you're put in this situation. You'll know how I feel. I guess you don't want anybody to be put in that situation, but Morgan was kind of feisty. She kind of came out swinging. I was like, whoa, okay, Morgan. Like, damn, all right. But you can relate, right? You saw that I had tears in my eyes because, like I said, parents, grandparents, you can relate. You want your child to be safe. But then once they're safe, then that anger comes, Morgan, that anger just kind of came out of nowhere. At the end, you thought she was going to be all nice, and then she was like, you better be glad I'm not on your jury. And I was like, yeah, Morgan feisty came out. But at the same time, you can relate, right? There's so many emotions going through your mind. Somebody puts you up at gunpoint, and you have your child there, and then you don't have your child there because you got her out to safety. But now you're still focused on solving this case, defusing the bomb, getting the gun away. You know what I mean? There's just so much going on. I thought Morgan did a great job. I love the episode. I love the intensity. Very suspenseful, had me crying. I'm so glad there's a happy ending. I'm so glad the young man was freed because he didn't do it. And then they said this was the season finale, but they showed episodes for the next high potential episode. So it looks like this is more of a hiatus. It looks like starting in January, I think they said January 7th, new high potential episodes are coming out. So it looks like they just aired 7. They're going to have a big hiatus, I guess, for the holidays, and they're going to come back. So I'm super excited that I don't have to wait until next fall for more high potential. It looks like they're going to have episode 8 come out in January. And the case that they're working on, at least the preview for it, was very kind of creepy. I don't know if it was a serial killer. I think it was a serial killer because he was setting clues, like let the games begin. And then you see old baby dolls, and the old baby dolls creep me out. They had one was sucking his thumb, one I don't know if the position of their hands or the position of the dolls meant anything, but it was definitely a creepy freaky situation there because he's pawning them. Let the games begin. He's leaving notes on these dead bodies. So definitely going to be an interesting case come January. But for a couple months, we're not going to have any more high potential episodes. So it definitely left it on a high note. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed discussing with me. I appreciate everybody who watches and subscribes. It means so much to me. So until next time, bye.